Hi guys, my name is Vineet Arora, and in today's session I am going to cover some sample test questions for Azure 304 exam. So for Azure Architect certification, we need to pass two exam. One is 304 and 103. So I will provide some questions, some test questions that will help you, or I would say some practice questions that will help you to achieve the certification. Okay, so we are going to cover 304 exam in this session, and let me tell you that this is not a dump. This is just sample questions or practice questions that I have collected from various sources, so that will help you to achieve the certification. Okay, so let's start. Before starting, let me just request you that if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and if you like this video, please like. That will be the motivation point for me to further uh, release more videos. Okay, so let's start. So the first question is, your company has set up an Azure subscription and an Azure Ready tenant. The company wants to develop several applications that would make use of Azure based service. Each application has a different messaging requirement. Below are the key requirement for each application. So from here in from the screen, you can see that we have the three applications, app 1, app 2, app 3. And in these applications, we have different requirements. So for the app 1, app 2, app 3, these are the requirements. Now the question is that what is the requirement for the WizLab app 1? Okay. For the app 1, we are asking about the first in first out message pattern. Okay. So first in first out message pattern, and we have these answers. So what will the correct answer? I will request you not only for this question, although for the upcoming questions, what you can do, you can just pause this video and you can read this question properly. And once you get the answer in your mind, then you can further play this video. I'm going to provide the answer as well, right? And I will provide the answer to the best of my knowledge. If you think that this is the contra-indirect, and you want to, you are not sure, then you can further Google it, right? I will also provide you, I will also guide you that where to Google it if I am not sure about the answer. Okay, so let's start. Here we are talking about the app one. App one basically talking about the first in first out. So the correct answer is with respect to Azure Service Bus. Why? Because service bus, in case of service bus, we get the message on the first in first out message pattern. Okay, but in event hub and event grid and notification hub, we can't. Even the purpose of notification is something different. This is not related with the messaging. In case of notification hub, we get the notification on the mobile. Okay, so each question depends upon some keyword. We need to concentrate on that keyword. So the correct answer is service bus. Let's move to next question. Next question is talking about app 2. App 2 basically should be able to receive and process millions of messages. Here we are talking about millions of messages, right? Millions of messages. Which one is supported by? The keyword is million of messages, so it is supported by Azure Event Hub. Okay, next move. Let's move to next question. Okay, next question is with respect to the app 3. Now we are talking about the application need to listen and process events that are emitted from the Azure services. So the answer is event grid, right? Because what we can do in the Azure, we can have the event grid from which we can listen the events, and that is accomplished by the event grid. Let's move to next question. Your company has an Azure storage account. The storage account contains two files, file 1 and file 2. Data files are 1 GB in size. Each of the file use the archive access style. You have to ensure the file 1 is accessible immediately when retrieval request is initiated. I hope you have got the question. If not, please pause this video and study this carefully. Okay, so I'm going to provide the answer. Here we are talking about the access tier. Access tier, we decide to set the access tier for the file to cool. Okay, and the requirement is, what was the requirement? We had the requirement that you have to ensure that file 1 is accessible immediately when the retrieval request is initiated. So yes, the answer is yes, because in case of access tier, we cannot do this. We will have to rehydrate. Even this, if the access tier for the, if we will choose for the access tier for the hot, the answer will also be the yes. Okay, let's move next question. Okay, here the question is same. but the requirement is to what is the requirement? We have the requirement that we decide to move the file to a new storage and then set access tire of the file to archive. Okay, this is not the correct answer because as I updated, in case of archive we need to hydrate and we cannot get the file directly. This is a requirement that uh, it should be immediately accessible, so that is not. So correct answer is no. Now the question is same. It is asking about that we decide to set the access tag to the file to host. Is it the correct answer? Yes. Let's move to next question. Okay, so the next question is about that a company has the following Azure SQL Server defined as part of their subscription. So you can see that we have the two servers and these two servers are in different resource group and we have the different locations. Company also has the following Azure storage account defined in the subscription. Now you can see that these are the two stores. We have the different resource group and we have the different location and we have the different account kind. Company also has the following Azure SQL database in place. Okay, lab db1, db2, db3, and so we have the 3 db and we have which are in different resource group and with the different server, and we have the different pricing tier. Now what is the requirement? Requirement is this, that if the company enable auditing on the database db1, would they be able to store the audit information to store one? If you will see that the db1, we are asking here the question is the db1 audit information. For the db1 audit information should be able to store in the store one. Okay, so now this type of question will basically come with respect to the locations. If the basically auditing can be done if we have the same location for the database as well as for the storage. So and the question is about audit information to store one. Store one is this is in East US, and db1, where is the db1, what is the server for db1 server is server 1 and server 1 is in East US, so the yes answer will be yes. Again, why? Because db1 is in the resource is in the location of East US, right? And this is this store one is also in the East US. Another question is if the company enable to audit on the database WizLab 2, would they be able to store the audit information to store 2? Now this is the 2, this is in where, this is in server 1, server 1 is in East US. Okay, and would they be able to store the audit information to store 2? Store 2, where is the store 2? Store 2 is in the Central US, so no. Correct answer is no, because the location should be same. Now this is asking that if the company enable auditing on database lab 3, would they be able to store the audit information to lab store 2? db3 is where the db3 is in the Central US, because if you will see the server is server 2 and server 2 is in Central US. And would they be able to store the audit information to store 2? So where the 2 store 2 is in Central US, db3 is also db3 okay, sorry, we need to correlate db3 and store 2. db3 is in West US and store 2 is in Central US, so both are in different location, so answer would be no. Now let's move to next question. Your company currently use Microsoft System Connector Service Manager on its on-premises network. The company need a solution to push Azure Service Health Alert to Service Manager. Which of the following would you recommend in this solution? Right. So here we are talking about the connector, right? Even what is the requirement? Requirement to basically we need to solution to push Azure Service Health Alert to Service Manager. So how this will be accomplished? This will be accomplished with the help of connector, and that connector is IT Service Manager connector, IT Service Management connector. And if you will see the application inside connector, this is not the correct answer. Event habit has different purpose, and notification hubs have different purpose. Okay. let's move to next question. Your company currently has an Azure subscription. They also have third-party hosting provider. They need to have a centralized monitoring solution in place. Below are the key requirement for the monitoring solution. So what is the requirement? These are the four requirement. Collect all the logs and diagnose data from all the third-party providers. We need to collect the data from different providers and then ensure the data is collected in a central repository. Okay. Then be able to analyze the log data and detect threats. Here the keyword is detect threats. Please read each requirement carefully. Then you will be able to know that what is the correct answer. Then enable the automated response to all known events. So the correct answer would be Azure Sentinel. Why? Because it helps us to analyze the log data and detect threats. And it can also collect data from the third-party services. Okay. Let's move to next question. Okay, what is the next question? Next question, here we are talking about a company has an on-premises directory that is synced onto Azure AD. The following users are defined. So we have four users, user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4. We have four members. Basically, they have the different roles. So user 1, user 2 are the members, 3 is a member, and 3 is a guest, and 4 is a member again. But how these are the members? So you can see that user 1 is in Azure AD user. User 2 is Windows Server AD, user 3 is Microsoft account, and user 4 is all Azure Active Directory. So here what we are talking about the integrations. So basically, if you have gone through the design and security and you have you have read about Azure AD. So what happens? We have the Azure AD and we have the AD, and what happens? We integrate to both. We integrate to each other, right? Via Azure Connect Health. And what happens in that case, basically we create user in the Azure AD and we may have user in the Active Directory. So we need to have some syncing there. But here we have the requirement. What is the requirement? Requirement is this: the user WizLab 4 is assigned to the administrator role. So this user, which is the Azure Active Directory user, he has the assigned the administrator role. Which of the following user would for which of the following user would WizLab user 4 be able to change the job info attribute? Okay. Here we are talking about the job info attribute. This is some tricky question, and I will request you to go through the Google and then get the correct answer. But I will assume that what could be this. For which of the following user lab 4 user will be able to change the job info attribute? Okay, because this is the user administrator, so we are talking about he is the administrator of the Azure AD and he want to change the job info for the job info for which of the following. Okay, so yes, he's the admin AD. One question, so one is a definitely think that he will be able to choose change the job info for the user 1. Server AD is the on-premises AD. I don't think so he will be able to. And user 3, again I'm not sure, but let's choose this answer. I'll request you to go through the Google and then choose the correct answer. Okay. Okay, now we are talking about for which of the following user would this WizLab user 4 be able to change the authentication contact info. Authentication contact info we need to change for these user. For he will be able to change user 1. Yes, because he's an AD, Azure AD itself. For user 2, I don't think so. And for user 3, again I don't think so. So correct answer would be user 1 only. But again, I am in doubt of these two questions, so please Google. You may also comment out that what would be the answer, correct answer for this. That will help to others as well. Okay, so the next question is, your company has an on-premises network. They also have a virtual appliance deployed onto the on-premises network. So we are talking about the virtual appliance. The company wants to deploy several Azure machines and then connect them to their on-premises network by using the site-to-site connection. They also want to ensure that all the traffic from the Azure virtual machine will be directed to the on-premises virtual appliance. Which of the following would you implement for this requirement? Here we need to choose the two answers. Okay, and the requirement is that this is very much clear that we have the on-premises network and we have some virtual appliance and we have some site-to-site connection, and we want to divert traffic, ensure that all the traffic from Azure virtual machine will be directed to the on the virtual appliance. Okay. We need to implement Azure Traffic Manager. No, Traffic Manager is used for the distribution for the traffic in case of we are talking about different reason. Implement Azure Virtual Network. Yes, we will have to implement the Azure Virtual Network because we are without we will not be able to do this. Even for the site-to-site connection, we are need to have virtual network. Then the next option is Express Route Circuit. No. Then we have the next question, implement a routing table. Yes, this is the correct because with the help of routing table, we can divert our traffic to the virtual appliance. Okay. So the keyword is about here is the virtual appliance and the diversion network traffic movement. Okay. Now let's move to next question. What is the next question? Your company currently has an Azure subscription. They are planning on deploying an application that will be hosted in this East US and Central Europe and East Asia region. You have to recommend a data storage solution that would fulfill the requirement. Data store must be able to store at least 1 TB of data. Data store must be able to support multiple consistency levels. It must be able to perform read and write operation in the Azure region that is local to the application instance. Which of the following you can use for the above requirement? So we have these three requirements. Just carefully go with all the requirement and then choose the correct answer. As per my understanding, here we are talking about the multiple consistency level, and that is provided by the Azure Cosmos DB. Okay. So yes, I will choose Azure Cosmos DB. Let's move to next question. A company currently has an Azure Ready tenant. They want to use Azure Monitor to monitor all the user sign-in and then generate alert based upon the specific user sign-in events. Which of the following would you use for the storage of Azure Ready logs? Okay. Uh, Again, let's repeat this question. Company currently has an Azure Ready tenant. Okay. They want to use Azure Monitor to monitor all of the user sign-in and generate alert based upon the specific user sign-in events. Which of the following use for the storage of Azure AD logs? Hmm, Azure Event Hub, Log Analytics, Storage Account, or Cosmos DB? Again, I am in doubt of this question. You may Google it, but let me choose. They want to use Azure Monitor to monitor all of the user sign-ins. Okay, and then generate alerts. Okay, Event Hub cannot generate alerts. Storage account cannot, Cosmos DB cannot, so the correct answer would be the Azure Log Analytical Workspace. Just go through the Google and check what exactly the Azure Log Analytical is. Log Analytics Workspace, and that will help you to further study. Okay. So guys, we have covered almost 16 questions in this video, and I hope that this helped to you in and testing your knowledge that what is the exact knowledge that you have with respect to Azure 304 exam. Right, this is not the end. I will cover more questions in my next video, so please stay tuned, and that will definitely help you to achieve. I have the target to give as much as question to provide you, so you will be able to achieve the certification. So stay tuned. Thank you very much, and please subscribe. Thank you.